what he said about the moneyed interest and how you'd become tools of the popular will. The will to be popular, I think, was
Let's
his exact.
just say this: the governor was a legislator for 20-some years before he became a governor.
But how did
Look
it make?
at his record.
But how did it make you feel as a legislator? Do you feel that he's beating up on you, or?
You know what? I don't pay attention to those words from the governor. I mean, I serve a populace that believes that the things that I stand for, that I fight for, are in their best interest. And they do that because I keep in touch with them. I ask their opinions. I don't presume that I know what's best for them. And I don't try to act like I'm the governor. I act in the role that I'm in. Everybody has a lane. We have to stay in our lane. And part of our lane, you know, in the legislature says that we are all responsible for governance. And so that each of us brings expertise and brings something to the table. The governor has chosen to ignore the programs and ideas that we brought to the table. And yet 3 of the 4 outlines that we brought 2 years ago, we gave to him in 2008. He chose to ignore them. So my comment was he did a 180-degree turn today. He is now talking about how do you consolidate programs. I mean, agencies. He fought against that when we suggested it. We talked about how do you combine agencies that have similar synergies so that we reduce the over expenditures on the administrative part of our government. So if we really mean to do that, if he really means to create a structural way in which we can reduce costs, then I am all for it. But I don't want to hear words. I want to see it in action. And I know that these are ideas and suggestions that we spent summers putting together, and these were ideas that he not only poo-pooed, but he discredited us continually in the public. So what he has to say is what he chooses to say. The governor can choose to say what he wants. But I know that we are working conscientiously, as hard as he is, and every agency that he has, to help to reduce the size of government, and to make sure that we create a structural debt reduction program that does not require a slashing and cutting in the middle of school budgets and in the middle of program years when we make commitments to agencies and institutions that serve the people of the state of New York.